Well, turning now to a crime crackdown, the governor put more than 100 CHP officers on Oakland city streets.
And it netted almost as many arrests. NBC Bay Area's Kris Sanchez joins us from our newsroom. So the question now, Kris, is if these increased patrols will continue. They're so effective.
You know, that is certainly the answer that a lot of people are waiting to hear. And the answer is yes, sort of. The patrols will continue, though certainly not to the extent that we saw during this period when 120 CHP officers were put on the streets of Oakland. According to Oakland police, the CHP patrols are going back to what they were: 1 sergeant, 6 officers, 1 captain, twice a week, with the possibility of more surges. Just moments ago, a group of East Bay leaders and law enforcement agents announced a plan to create a regional public safety partnership to address crime in Oakland, which is spilling out into the county and into the surrounding communities. A frustrated Oakland councilman, Noel Gallo, said that Oakland should get National Guard help if that's what it takes.
But we need to come together like we once did with the highway patrol, the sheriff, police department, and other BART police working together on our streets in cooperation. But the reality is we have an emergency, and I need the National Guard to be here. Well, that's what I got to do, is have them on our streets as other cities are doing. And we got to just quit talking about more safety and more safety. We got to get people on the street.
This is what happened when the governor ordered 120 CHP officers to the streets of Oakland. In just 5 weekdays, the CHP made 71 arrests, recovered 145 stolen vehicles, and seized 4 guns that were linked to crimes. This is, again, 5 days between Monday, February 5th and Friday, February 9th. This is video of the operations after frustrated Governor Newsom ramped up the number of law enforcement officers on Oakland streets by 900%. That's what that 121 officers represented. Now, while the surge did have that impact going forward, the CHP will have an expanded presence, though far fewer than those 120 officers. Oakland has been under the spotlight because of a 21% increase in violent crime, 38% spike in robberies, and 45% rise in car thefts last year, according to the preliminary numbers. This is for perspective here. At the same time, those crimes were trending down in a lot of other communities across the state, including a lot of other communities here in the Bay Area. Now, again, CHP just one part of the increased resources in Oakland. The state also was sending additional attorneys to make sure that suspects who are arrested are prosecuted. But as we said, at least one councilman says the city needs more than just 8 CHP officers twice a week. They want the National Guard. Lauren, Marcus.